Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital fans have watched for weeks now as Gio Palmieri's life has been completely turned upside down after learning that he has been living under the same roof as his birth parents, Brooke Lynn Quartermain, played by Amanda Setton, and Dante Falconeri, played by Dominic Zamprogna. As the character is left to sift through decades of lies to uncover who he really is, Gio's portrayer, Giovanni Mazza, sat for a new interview with Soap Opera Digest to discuss what comes next. Gio found out that he was adopted in quite possibly the worst way possible, by overhearing a heated conversation, and hasn't been the same since. Immediately after learning that Brooke Lynn and Date were his biological parents, he took the stage at the nurses' ball, and rather than playing his violin, he smashed it into pieces after sharing his parentage with everyone in the room. Since then, Gio has had precious little to do with anyone in his immediate family. I think right now, Gio is seeking the truth, the honest truth, which is something that Emma, Sunny, and Lulu have brought to him. Mazza tells Soap Opera Digest. Lulu is the reason that he even knows who he is, knows who his parents are, and he's appreciative that she did that. He feels like, there's no way that I could live without knowing, and I would much rather know the truth than live in ignorant bliss, even though I was a lot happier. Lulu brought that truth to him, and so he feels like she's an ally, explains Mazza. That's a win for the actor, because it means working closely with Alexa Havens, who portrays Lulu Spencer. I think it's awesome, because I love working with Alexa. I think she's such a talented human being, and she's sort of like the person that I want to be when I'm older. She has such a beautiful family. She takes her kids to the beach and enjoys her days, and I feel like that's just how I want to be as a parent and as an adult. And then in scenes, she's just amazing. It's really exciting because what Gio wants, not to bash his family, is to create a new chosen family. A support system, like an inner circle that he can rely on, and who can rely on him. And I think Lulu is starting to seep her way into Gio's new chosen family. One of the very few people that Gio trusts now is Sonny Corinthos, played by Maurice Bernard. Sonny didn't know he was Gio's grandfather, and still he always loved me, he always cared, he always gave so much to me. Mo and I have had some killer scenes together, and the last thing we shot, which has yet to air, is probably one of my favorite scenes that I've ever done. Sonny has become a very important person in Gio's life because he's like the one person in his family, his blood family, that he can count on. I think when everybody else is sort of out of sight, out of mind, Sonny is the one person who is there, who stays and continues to care about Gio as if nothing happened. Mazza tells Soap Opera Digest. One person who is not at all welcome in Gio's life right now is his grandmother, Lois Cerullo, played by Rena Sofa, who orchestrated his adoption. They had a bond, and now he feels like it wasn't authentic, Mazza says. Gio feels like the whole thing was a lie. The actor is rooting for a reunion between the characters though. Rena Sofa is like my best friend. When I first moved out to La, she lived a block away from me, which was insane, and it made me feel like I had some community here. She really cares, and she is so much fun to be around. She really does feel like family, and doing scenes with her just feels so real. Port Charles' newest heartthrob has quickly become a fan favorite, and now Giovanni Mazza, the talented actor behind Gio, opens up about life on General Hospital, what it's like joining a legendary daytime family, and why this role means more to him than anyone knows. In an exclusive deep dive, Mazza reflects on his journey to landing the role, how he's navigated intense storylines, and what fans can expect from Gio as the character continues to evolve. From emotional scenes to action-packed drama, Gio's arc is only just getting started, and Giovanni is embracing every moment with a mix of gratitude, excitement, and fierce determination to honor the show's legacy while carving his own. May be relatively new to daytime television, but his presence has already made a serious impact. Since debuting as Gio, short for Giovanni, a young man with a complicated past and ties to sunny Corinthos world, Massa has been immersed in a whirlwind of emotional tension, family conflict, and inner turmoil. But it's exactly the kind of challenge the actor says he craved. When I got the call that I landed the role, I didn't even let them finish the sentence, Massa laughs. I said yes before I even knew what the contract was. It was General Hospital. I grew up watching it with my grandma. It's surreal. For Giovanni, joining GH meant stepping into a world with decades of history, passionate fans, and a reputation for high-stakes storytelling. And playing Gio wasn't just about hitting marks and memorizing lines. It was about honoring a tradition while also bringing something fresh. I didn't want to be a background character or just eye candy, Massa explains. I wanted to give Gio depth. He's more than the mob connection. He's more than the nephew figure. There's hurt there, there's trauma, and there's hope. That's what I connect with most. Gio's backstory has been slowly unveiled on screen, giving viewers glimpses of a boy hardened by his environment, but still searching for his place in the world. Raised around crime but yearning for legitimacy, Gio represents the gray area between loyalty and freedom. It's a character that feels grounded in GH tradition while also carrying a modern edge. Massa says that duality is what drew him in. There's this constant question in Gio's head. Can I be good and still survive in this world? He says, and I think that's something a lot of young people relate to. That feeling of being torn between who you were taught to be and who you want to become. Giovanni also points out that Gio's vulnerability is something fans have really responded to. It's crazy. I'll be in the grocery store and someone will come up and say, "Protect Gio at all costs." I love that. He's not a superhero. He's not a villain. He's a young man trying to figure out his life in a really messy town. That mess includes a complicated dynamic with sunny Corinthos, who has taken Gio under his wing in ways that are both empowering and dangerous. Maurice Bernard is incredible, Massa gushes. Working with him is like acting masterclass every day, and he's been so supportive, like a real-life mentor too. You feel his presence in every scene, and it pushes me to bring my A-game. But not all of Gio's tension comes from mob ties. One of his most intriguing relationships is with Trina Robinson, the intelligent and fiery art student who's become central to his emotional growth. While fans remain divided, some rooting for Gio and Trina, others firmly Team Spencer, Giovanni loves the complexity. Tabiana, Ali, is such a great scene partner, he shares. We both agreed early on that we wanted their connection to feel real and unforced. Trina challenges Gio. She doesn't let him hide. And that scares him, but it also helps him grow. And Gio is growing fast. In recent episodes, he's begun questioning his allegiance to Sunny, worrying that the choices he makes now will haunt him for the rest of his life. He's seen what the mob does to people, how it chews them up and spits them out. But he's also seen how it builds family, something he's never truly had before. It's like standing on a cliff, Massa says. You can jump and maybe learn to fly, or you can stay safe and wonder what could have been. That's where Gio teases that major twists are on the horizon. I can't give everything away, but let's just say there's going to be a moment soon where Gio has to make a choice. One that could hurt someone he loves or betray someone who gave him everything. It's one of the toughest things I shot emotionally, but I think the fans are going to really feel it. Outside of the show, Massa is using his platform to connect with fans in unique ways. He's active on social media, engaging with the hashtag #GHFamily regularly, and even hosts occasional live chats where he answers fan questions and talks candidly about the industry. The GH fans are no joke, he says with a smile. They notice everything, every look, every breath. So you can't fake it. You have to be all in, and I love that accountability. He's also passionate about representation. As a young actor of diverse heritage, Giovanni takes pride in breaking barriers and being part of the next generation of daytime stars. "We're finally seeing more layers in the kinds of characters being written," he says. "I get messages from kids who say they see themselves in Gio. And that means the world to me. Because I didn't always have that growing up." As for what's next, Giovanni is ready to push the boundaries of Gio even further. He wants to explore his character's past, maybe even introduce viewers to a long-lost family member or an old friend with dangerous secrets. "There's so much more to uncover," he says. "I'd love to see Gio battle addiction, or get involved in a mystery, or even have a major love triangle. The possibilities are endless. This is a town where anything can happen." When asked what he hopes fans remember about Gio, Giovanni doesn't hesitate. "I hope they see someone who made mistakes, but who kept trying. Someone who had a heart, even when it was breaking. Someone who chose love, even when it cost him." He pauses, then smiles. "And hey, if I get to throw a punch or two along the way, I'm down." Giovanni Massa's rise on General Hospital has been nothing short of electric. With charisma, depth, and undeniable talent, he's breathed life into Gio and carved out a space for a character that is both deeply human and full of dramatic potential. As the storyline intensifies and Gio faces some of his biggest challenges yet, fans can rest assured that Massa is more than ready to take him through the fire. Port Charles may be a town filled with legends, but thanks to Giovanni, it's clear the next generation has officially arrived. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.